Matthew chapter 20. For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay them a denarius for the day and sent them into his vineyard. About the third hour, he went out and saw others standing in the marketplace with nothing to do. He said to them, "You also go into the vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right." So they went. He went out again about the 6th and 9th hours and did the same. And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle. He asked them, "Why have you been standing here all day long doing nothing?" "Because no one has hired us," they answered. So he told them, "You also go into the vineyard, and whatever is right, you will receive." When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Call the workers and pay them their wages, starting with the last ones hired and moving on to the first." Those who were hired at the 11th hour came and each received a denarius. So when those who were first hired came, they expected to receive more. But each of them also received a denarius. When they received it, they began to grumble against the landowner. "These men who were hired last worked only 1 hour," they said, "and you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden in the scorching heat of the day." But he replied to one of them, "Friend, I am not being unfair to you. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give this last man the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? Or are you envious because I am generous?" So the last will be first, and the first will be last. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside and said to them, "Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be betrayed to the chief priests and scribes. They will condemn him to death, and will hand him over to the Gentiles to mock, to scourge, and to crucify. But on the third day, he will be raised to life." Then the mother of Zebedee's sons approached Jesus with her sons and knelt down to make a request of him. "What do you want?" he asked. She said, "Promise that in your kingdom these 2 sons of mine may sit, one on your right hand and the other on your left." But Jesus answered, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the cup I am about to drink and be baptized with the baptism I am about to endure?" "We can," they answered. Jesus replied, "You will indeed drink from my cup, but to sit at my right hand or left is not mine to grant. These seats belong to those for whom my Father has prepared them." When the 10 heard about this, they were indignant with the 2 brothers. But Jesus called them together and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their superiors exercise authority over them. It shall not be this way among you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first among you must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." As they were leaving Jericho, a large crowd followed him. And there were 2 blind men sitting by the roadside. When they heard that Jesus was passing by, they cried out, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." The crowd admonished them to be silent, but they cried out all the louder, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." Jesus stopped and called them. "What do you want me to do for you?" he asked. "Lord," they answered, "let our eyes be opened." Moved with compassion, Jesus touched their eyes, and immediately they received their sight and followed him.